So we have about a month until Artist releases in the West. And this is a very simple, straightforward video on what you need to do to best prepare for it. Let's get into it. The biggest things that you need to be trying to save up and store a ton of are your honing mats, your gold, your silver, your engraving books if you need any, and your accessories. As far as honing mats go, these are gonna come from several different places. Number one, the login event. Now, because of the anniversaries coming up, they announced that they're gonna have 2 login tracks. So you're gonna be getting 2 daily bonuses every single day, which is really, really cool. So make sure that you are doing that every day because you're gonna be getting tons of mats. So make sure and save those. The next thing that you can do is your dailies. You get tons of materials from your chaos dungeons and your guardian raids. You get a lot of leap stones from your guardian raids, okay? So typically that's going to be kind of the deciding factor on how far you can push on week 1. The next thing you need to be making sure that you're doing is your challenge guardian raids and your challenge abyssal dungeons, because these give you a ton of mats as well. Another thing that the guardian raids do is they give you these boxes with accessories in them. You can save these boxes and then put them on your artist, open them with your artist whenever artist finally releases, and boom, you might get a lucky accessory. Who knows? The next thing that you can be doing is betting on the fact that we're gonna have a juicy event in this month because of the anniversary. And they already said it was gonna be really good. So make sure that you're getting all of the event mats every week and stocking up because it's gonna be freaking spicy. If you are short on these guardian stones and destruction stones, is be watching the auction house very carefully. You don't have to do it too much with the guardian stones because they're pretty much at 1 every single day. However, the destruction stones drop to 1 many times through the day. So while you're playing, just casually check this, see if there's any at 1 gold, and you might be able to snag some, okay? And if they are at 1, definitely snag them up. And the last thing that I would recommend you doing is coming over to the Legion Raid Exchange and buying these chests with the books in them, the honing books. These are huge. So I don't know what the power pass is gonna be, and I don't know what the express event is gonna be like, but I would definitely be stocking up on these. If you're already doing Clown and or Brel, then I would be buying these books every single week, putting them in the roster stores just to hang out until Artist comes out. You can do the same thing with these relic books as well. Okay, if you're already getting these Belshazzar mats, then definitely do it here. And this brings me to my next point of having enough silver. If you're trying to juice your artist, you're going to need a lot of silver. So in this Legion Raid Exchange, you have options to buy the silver chest and silver chest here as well. Also, a very good way to be getting plenty of silver per week, especially if you have alts, is to be making sure that you do these cube weeklies right here. That gives you 84k silver. I believe it actually goes up once you get to 1490, so it might be 90,000 something silver. You can also do this weekly Una task that gives you 42, or I believe it's a little bit more if you're 1490 or above. And then you can also do this other quest and do a second cube, or if you want to do a boss rush and get a little bit from there, you can do that as well. So there's options in your weekly Una tasks too. Another way to be getting a ton of silver is to be doing your chaos dungeons as often as possible. I hate doing them without having a rested bonus, so I always wait for mine to be rested, but it's up to you. If you don't mind doing them every day, 2 a day, then make sure and do that. That way you can maximize the silver that you are getting. And don't forget about the Bloodstone exchange vendor, which is in every major place. You can get these silver chests as well. I don't usually do them because I don't have a lot of bloodstones right now. As far as gold is concerned, you're probably already aware of the best way to farm gold, which is doing your Legion raids. And maybe you don't need the boxes anymore, or maybe you're doing them on alts. Like for me, I don't really like playing my scouter too much anymore, so I don't really ever buy the extra chests, so I only take the gold from the Legion raids here. Same thing with my artillerist, so I only take the gold. So make sure that you are allocating your extra chest buying appropriately, depending on whether you're actually pushing that character or not. Maybe you just want to stock the gold, so you just stop taking chests on everyone because you're really just wanting to get as much gold as possible. It's completely up to you. Make sure you're also doing your Unas so that you are getting all of the Una tokens every week, and you can exchange those for the gold chest and get free gold from that as well. Let's go ahead and jump into the accessories. So you can pre-purchase your accessories. For me, I'm definitely not going to be doing that because, let's be honest, it's a support and it's most likely going to be an alt for me. So I don't necessarily want to put a ton of gold in there. So I'm going to be buying the cheapest accessories I can, as long as I can get my 4x3 setup. And as far as you needing any engraving books, it's not going to be a big deal for me because I'm just going to need the purple books, which gives me 9 points, not the legendary books. But even for the purple books, the thing that I would make sure that you are doing is still these challenge guardian raids, because guess what? You get these engraving recipe selection chests, which you can turn into blue or green book chest. And that will help you get the blues and greens that you need to work up to the purple. On the last Express event, we got a purple book selection chest, so I'm assuming that we will also get one for the artist event. Nevertheless, it is good to pre-plan your accessories. That way you might want to be buying them a little bit earlier, because they are going to skyrocket once artist comes out. Now, for the very low end, it's not really going to change much, because people are still only going to want to pay bottom dollar for the absolute worst quality accessories. So that's why I don't have to worry about it. But if you're trying to get higher green or blue, purple, or of course 100 quality, which is gold accessories, this is something that you might want to be doing if you're seriously looking to invest in your artist. Now, the reason that this class release is a little bit different from the previous ones is that we know the Golden Frog is coming out tomorrow. And by the time you're watching this, it's probably out right this second. Now, what that means is if you are trying to get your legendary engraving books for your artist class engraving, then what you can do is be buying these legendary books from the frog each week, but not identifying them, so to speak, so you don't actually roll them and open them. Now, you just stock up on these books, and then when artist comes out, you can open them, and you have a chance at getting your class engraving book. Or maybe if you're not making an artist, you can still open it once artist comes out, and they are going to be worth a ton of gold. So you can definitely do that, or you can use this time when the legendary engraving books are going to drop to buy the engravings that you need. Now, last time in the market, what we saw it do was that the first, second, and third day that the frog was there that week, so Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the prices would tank. And then they would slowly rise up like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, until the next week came around, because on Wednesday everyone's buying them, right? It's flooding the market, so the supply goes way up and the prices go way down. Now, after that initial influx is done, the prices start to regulate again, because not many people are buying them, as they've already bought them on Wednesday or Thursday. So make sure to be purchasing them on Wednesday later in the day, or Thursday when the prices are going to be the lowest. That's what we saw last time. I'm assuming that that's what we're gonna see again. Now, I am definitely not gonna be juicing my artist. I'm gonna be buying terrible accessories so I can get my 4x3, and I'm gonna be enjoying playing the character, but that's all you really need if it's an alt, and you're not really thinking about taking it far into the end game. But let me know what y'all guys are going to do. Are you going to juice an artist? Are you going to plan to buy the accessories beforehand? Are you trying to go for a 5x3 setup? And if you are, what engravings are you trying to get? Or maybe you're on the other side of the fence and you hate supports, you hate artists, you don't want to play her, you don't want anything to do with her, but you're trying to take advantage and make some serious coin off of the release. Either way, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video.